Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ServiceNow Interview Guide. In today's video, we are discussing ServiceNow Otto, which is very much in news from the knowledge. So now, let us discuss basics and few more things about it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Before you move forward, I have a good news for you. You can see this is my Udemy account. I have published 4 courses here. My discovery course is already viral. ServiceNow CMDB and Discovery Genius. You can see around 1000 rating and more than 5000 people are already enrolled in it. Okay, it is having rating of 4.5. If you want, you can go through it. Along with that, recently I have added a course on complete CMDB and CSTM implementation in ServiceNow. A very good course, properly crafted for the people who are looking into CMDB and CSTM collectively. Along with that, if you are looking to see the scenarios, this is the course for you, ServiceNow Data Import Real-Time Scenarios. This is my latest course, and in this I have provided a complete end-to-end how to load data into ServiceNow. I have added around 5 to 6 ways by which you can load data, starting from the basics to web service, to scripted web service, to integration through mid server and various others. I am also planning to add much more scenarios in this course. So in future, this course is going to be a complete end-to-end scenario course on ServiceNow, which you will not find anywhere else. So if you want, you can enroll in any of this course and let your ServiceNow journey up to maximum. Okay, so now let us move to our today's video. The very first question is, what is ServiceNow Otto and how is this different from Now Assist? So let me explain Otto in a very simple way to you. Think of ServiceNow Otto as the main AI brain and face of ServiceNow platform. Okay. When you hear Otto, you should think like this is the one AI experience that sits on the top of everything and helping people to get the work actually finished. Okay. Now, there is a lot of confusion between Otto and Now Assist. So understand that Now Assist is still there in the background. Okay. It is the engine that derives generative AI, things like summarization, drafting content, recommending actions, okay, running AI agents, and many more things. So that engine is not going anywhere. It is there still, right? But what has changed is the experience here. Instead of having separate AI pieces in different places, like one in ITSM, one in HR, one in portal, Auto become a single front door. You talk to Auto, and Auto decides which capabilities and workflows to use underneath. Okay. So the difference is like this. Now Assist provide AI skill under the hood, whereas Auto is the one unified assistant that sits across the whole enterprise and using those skills to take your intent and turn it into a finished work. Now let's move to the next question. How do you explain what Auto actually does for a normal employee using ServiceNow? Interesting question. So for an instance, imagine you are a normal employee in a company that uses ServiceNow. Okay. Today, without Auto, you probably have to remember which portal to open, which form to fill, and which catalog item to search for. Finally, which team owns what, right? It is a lot of mental headache. Mental load is there. But with Auto, the experience is completely different. The employee just talk to Auto in chat, in voice, on mobile, or in the browser. And number of options are there. They can say things like, I need a new laptop, or I cannot access this particular application, or show me my team's pending approval. Okay. So in this case, Auto listens to your request, understands your intent, and then does the hard work in the background for you. It can create the right request. It can update the right record, route it to the correct team, and finally start the correct workflow. This all is happening without the employee worrying about which module or form to touch. Isn't it a revolution, right? So now think of n number of use cases in this case. For the end users, the story is very simple. You tell Auto what you want in your own words, then Auto figure it out how to do it inside ServiceNow and connected systems. I hope this is pretty much clear to you now. Let's move to the next question. Where does Now Assist fits in when we talk about Auto? This can be a very common interview question going forward. Think of Now Assist as a set of AI superpowers and Auto as a character that uses those superpowers in front of you. Okay. Now Assist is the generative AI layer. It provides things like summarization of long tickets, generating response, analyzing data, suggesting next best actions, and running AI agent that can perform multiple step tasks. And this is still very much needed and relevant. Okay. So what Auto is doing here, Auto does not replace that. Remember that. Okay. Instead, Auto is using those Now Assist skills. For example, whenever a user makes a request to Auto, it is Auto who decides, should I use a Now Assist skill to summarize something, or do I need an AI agent to execute the step, or do I need to call a workflow or a particular script here? These all are the decisions which should be taken by Auto self. Okay. So whenever you see Auto is doing something smart, such as summarizing a case, drafting a reply, recommending a solution, or something like that, under that hood, it is calling Now Assist or other AI application on that platform. Okay. Finally, at the end, you can think Now Assist as an AI toolbox, whereas Auto is the smart assistant here that pick up the right tool from that box and use it to complete your work. Okay. So this is all about this question. Let's move to question number 4. What are the key capabilities that makes Auto more than just a chatbot? Yes, many people think it is a chatbot, but I already told you in these 3 questions how much it is capable of. Okay. So when people hear AI assistant, they immediately think like chatbot. Auto is much more than that. Okay. And this is what you need to clearly explain in the interviews. If we talk about a normal chatbot, what it is doing, a normal chatbot mostly sit in one corner, answer FAQs, right? And maybe creating a simple ticket. Whereas Auto is designed to sit across the entire platform and actually derive work to completion. Okay, it's not only starting or analyzing or processing, it is there to complete the work. Another thing is Auto is multimodal, right? That means you can talk to it using text, voice, UI interactions, and number of ways. Whereas in case of chatbot, it is just typing in the chat window and interacting to a particular agent, right? So this is a clear difference. Second thing is Auto can call AI agent flow script behind the scene. So when you ask for something complex, it can call multiple tool and workflows. Okay. Not only like chatbot, just answer from the knowledge base. So this is a clear difference here. Along with that, there are a number of things which is clearly differentiating an Auto from a chatbot. And I think you got it now. Let's move to the next question. That is question number 5. Can you describe a real example of Auto handling an end-to-end workflow? Okay, sure. I can give you one example. So here one powerful example you can use is a workforce or staffing scenario because it is showing data, decision, and action together. So imagine a regional manager is asking Auto like, give me a readiness view for my support team in Europe next quarter. First of all, this is not an FAQ, right? It is not pre-decided. This is a complex request. So that's why we are asking that to Auto. In response, Auto can go and pull the data from different systems like headcount, open roles, skill, workload trends, maybe ticket volume, and then present a combined view. The view that is showing where you are short, where you are fine, okay, or where you might need an upskill. All these things simply just a click away in terms of Auto. Okay, all these things are there. Not only that, then Auto can suggest next steps as well, such as open hiring request, scheduling certain trainings, adjusting the shift, or reassign the work between teams. Finally, based on your approval, Auto can trigger those related workflows on the platform right away. Okay. So for that regional manager, this feels like one conversation. Ask a question, see the complete picture in front of you, felicitate it with data, and then finally choose the action you want to do. And in the background, Otto is doing complete things. Otto is doing data queries, running flows, and creating records in multiple modules. Okay. So this is what a complete example of Otto. Or you can say this is the revolution ServiceNow is promising once Otto is fully enabled. Okay. So this is it. Let's move to the next question. How Otto is positioned with respect to the channels like portal, mobile, and voice. If you remember the older setups, every portal or application had its own little assistant or a search bar. Okay. So Otto changes that model. And you can say Otto is meant to be a one AI layer across all the channels. Whether you are in a browser or you are in a mobile app, inside a chat client or using a voice, the idea is that you are still talking to the same Otto. That means the logic, the AI agent, and the workflow Otto uses are consistent, even if the front end channel is different. And it is reducing the complexity there because you are not building 5 separate AI bots. You are building one Otto experience exposed in a multiple places. Just try to understand that. Okay. For users, this is a huge thing, right? Now they do not need to remember for IT, I go here, for HR, I should go there. They can just invoke Otto from where they are and ask the question and get the work done immediately. And for people like developer or architects, people like you and me, this means you can focus on designing the Otto experience once with the right flows and right context. And then it can be used across n number of channels, or you can say across all the channels which are there in your instance at present. So you can say that Otto is not tied to one portal. It is an AI layer that follows the user whichever channel they are using. Okay, so it is a completely changed or opposite game now as compared to previous. And definitely it can be very beneficial. Let's move to question number 7. One important aspect here. How does Otto relate to AI control tower and governance? Governance is very much important here, right? Because we are doing what? We are doing complete thing using AI here. So the easiest way to explain it is Otto is about using AI, but AI control tower is about controlling the AI. When user talks to Otto, it may use different AI models, agent or external AI services to answer the questions and performing the actions. But you have to make sure that those AI assets should not be invisible. They need to be registered, reviewed, and monitored. Okay, that is where AI control tower comes in picture. It can track which AI systems are in use, who is owning that system, what data it is touching, and what risk level are there. Okay, so it store complete assessments, approval, and the issues. So that is why we can say that Otto is how people talk to AI and get the work done. Whereas the AI control tower is how the company keep an eye on that AI. Okay. Make sure it is safe, compliant, and doing the work what it's supposed to do, and object what it should not. Okay. So this complete experience is again under the watch of governance via AI control tower. Okay. So this is it about this question. Let's move to question number 8. What kind of impact is Otto expected to have on how organization use ServiceNow? So now in this case, you have to understand that Otto is not just another small feature drop. Okay. It is a part of a bigger shift in how people interact with the platform. Whatever I have discussed with you till now, you can imagine how it is changing the things, what revolution it is going to make. Okay. So today most users think in terms of which form should I use, which module should I click. People are still stuck in the very basic initial things. When they are stuck in these things, how they can, give their 100% to the company, or how they can contribute to various innovations. But with Otto, it is changing completely. The goal is that user think in terms of what outcome do I want, right? And that is what they can ask Auto and get the things done accordingly. So that is why we can say that Auto reduces the barrier for non-expert users. Now users do not have to understand the internal structure of ITSM, HRSD, CSM, and so on. They have a new companion, which is Auto, to handle all these things. Auto sits on the top and help them to navigate. And in terms of organizations, it means a better adoption from existing processes because Auto hides a lot of complexities and guide users through right workflows. This is a kind of new thing at present, right? But over time, if Auto is used across the organization, like across IT, HR, customer service, finance, and other areas, it can become the default starting point for the work on that platform. So there is a huge impact, but you can say there, right? There are fewer clicks, less confusion, faster outcome, and much more unified experience across ServiceNow products. Move to question number 9. What are the boundaries of Auto? What does it not do by itself? Obviously, there are certain boundaries. It is very important not to oversell what Auto can do, right? So in this case, Auto does not replace the need for a good process design. If your workflow, approval, SLA, and the data model is messy, obviously, again, you get messy things. Okay. The Auto will be able to successful only if you have sorted the things at your level, in your company, in your processes properly. If your data is very good, if these things are bad, then obviously Auto will suggest something that again going to mess up the things. So you can say that Auto is a smart front end, no doubt about it. But the quality of experience still depends on how well you design the backend process and your data. And once you have that, then nobody can stop Auto to do wonders for your current teams, current work. Finally, let's move to the question number 10. So this is for interview purpose. If you had to pitch Auto in 1 minute to a hiring manager, how would you position it? I told you already n number of things you know, right? But let me give you in that perspective. So you can say something like Auto is ServiceNow single AI experience that let anyone in the company say what they need in natural language. Okay, and then have that translated into a real work on the platform. Auto brings together conversational AI, enterprise search, AI agent, workflow, automations, so it can both understand the request and derive the changes across the platform. Under the hood, it uses Now Assist and the ServiceNow AI platform, and it is designed to work together with AI Control Tower so that all this AI is governed and not wild. You can add few things with respect to business as well. Like for business, the value is very simple. People stop fighting with the form and modules, okay, and start getting the outcomes faster. Also for the platform teams, Auto becomes the consistent AI layer across all products. So this is the kind of pitch which you can, share to the hiring manager, and definitely they will be impressed. Thank you so much. Bye bye.